Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy, president of Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. The following took place on February 10th, 2012, outside a live pigeon shoot being held at the Broxton Bridge Plantation, which is located outside the town of Ehrhardt in Colleton County, South Carolina. We have a number of videos up showing the corruption of Pennsylvania police who protect pigeon shooters, but this time we traveled to a South Carolina pigeon shoot and found the same kind of corruption there. Please listen carefully to what Lieutenant W.G. Polk of the Sheriff's Department says when he initially speaks to us, against what he says later, after he's given orders by the owner of the property on which the pigeon shoot is being held.
And Lieutenant Polk of the Sheriff's Office, how y'all?
Okay, I gotta go. Thanks. Sorry.
Not a problem. I'm sure the corporal's already explained everything to you
Yes.
about your vehicles and everything, as long as you're not impeding the flow of traffic.
Okay.
You can video all you want. Have at it. Have fun and everything else. I need your identification.
Is that the law?
I'm asking you for your identification.
I'd rather do
There's a state statute saying if you don't comply with what I'm asking,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to do a report on it. I need your identification, and I need this person's identification so we can scratch out a report of what we're doing up here.
You are telling me that...
I'm asking you for your identification.
No, I'm
That's all
asking
I'm
you
doing.
if it's a law.
Yes, it is.
So by
If
law,
you want me to get a state statute, I will get you one.
the officer says I have to give him an ID. Do I have to give him ID?
Is she familiar with state South Carolina law?
I asked him. You are telling me that it's state law that I have to comply.
There's a statute, yes. I
there's
can't quote it right off the top of
I'm not
my
asking for
head.
a quote, but you are saying by law, you ask for identification,
That's
I
correct.
have to give it to you.
That's correct. I appreciate it, and yours too also.
Why do you need mine?
I need your identification, as I need his.
I know, but why?
Are you driving that vehicle?
No, I'm not.
Are you a passenger in that vehicle?
I am.
I need your identification.
The driver is behind it, I believe.
Okay, well, I'll get his also. Just run them, make sure they're not wanted. Any warrants?
You got yours?
There's also a law about you
Thank
filming me also. There's
What-
two
and what
video
would that
cameras.
be? What would that law be, officer?
Let me get my chief deputy to
Is that something that we...
forward that to me real quick.
All right, good.
My email,
Okay.
and I can read that statute right off the top of my head.
What Lieutenant Polk is referring to is typically called a stop and ID law. Some states have them. South Carolina does not. If you are detained by South Carolina law enforcement for suspicion of criminal activity, or if you are driving a vehicle, you must identify yourself upon request. But people are otherwise under no legal requirement to carry or provide identification to a police officer. Obviously, Lieutenant Polk either knows or should know that. I have to say, those fellers sure are friendly together, aren't they? The guy with whom Lieutenant Polk is sharing a good laugh is Mark D. Ball, the attorney for the Broxton Bridge Plantation, which is hosting the pigeon shoot. So what was done with our licenses after Lieutenant Polk secured them under false pretenses? Take a good look at Lieutenant Polk's associate, Deputy Beach. He's practically waving our licenses around Broxton Bridge Plantation attorney Mark Ball. And look, it appears Mr. Ball is supplying Lieutenant Polk with some information, and Lieutenant Polk is writing lots of notes. Here comes Lieutenant Polk now. I think we're about to find out what those notes say.
What was your name, sir? I apologize, I didn't get your identification. I'm gonna rattle off a couple of.
You did get my identification.
He got your identification.
Oh, okay.
56-5-25-10, stopping, standing, or parking on the side of the highway. No person shall stand or park or leave a vehicle unattended on the side of the highway. Okay?
What number is that again?
56-5-25-10. Also 56-5-25-30 said that you cannot park your vehicle within 15 feet of a driveway.
The number you're in.
A
Can I
cross.
grab a note quick?
No, sir.
Can't grab a
hang
note?
on. Hang on, let me finish.
But that's what I want to know.
Let me finish.
Okay, that's okay. Go ahead.
Let me
Go ahead.
finish.
Sure.
You can get all the notes, and I'll rattle it right back off to you.
All right.
a driveway or including a crossover. This is a crossover. So what I'd like you to do is move your vehicle a little bit further down the way, away from this crossover right here.
What's the distance?
Because
I'm
the same
sorry.
15 feet.
I'm pretty sure we're okay.
Let's move them anyway. How about that?
Wait a minute. Let me see if I got this straight. The law says 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be
He owns all this property, sir.
from
Both
a
sides.
crossway.
Both sides.
No. There's an
Crossover.
easement. You're telling me there's not an easement. Is that what you're telling me?
Crossover.
Supervisor?
This is a crossover. If your vehicle was right here and he's using this vehicle right here, I mean this crossway right here, either side, and somebody pulls out of here and accidentally, there's an accident, guess who's responsible for it? I would have to say these vehicles right here because they're not broken down. These vehicles aren't broken down. That means that they are still operable. Am I correct? That means it'll crank up and move. It's not broken down. You have no flashers on. You have no traffic
Would you like me
vests
to
on.
put some flashers on, officer?
If you want, but put them on a little bit further down. Do you have any kind of traffic vest that you can put on? Any kind of reflective device that you can put on, she can put on, and your other person can put on?
Are you suggesting that this big white Hulk might
Could
be
be.
missed?
Very,
Really?
very could be.
Well, in that case, I don't think.
How many
anything
log
I-
trucks have you seen come by here so far?
In that case, I don't think anything that I put on is going to catch your attention. If that white Hulk
How
doesn't
many
catch
how
your
many
attention,
log trucks have you seen come by here today?
is that a rhetorical question?
That's just a question.
I've seen one yesterday, none today.
Okay.
I've
seen at least
seen
two come by
mulch.
today.
I've
already,
seen mulch
since I've been here.
trucks.
And the point to that is,
That's a
Sorry?
pretty big
Chip
vehicle,
trucks.
and they've had to slow down. So can you move your vehicle down a little bit?
no, I don't think I can. I don't think I have
It
to.
won't crank up.
Yeah, it'll crank up just fine.
Okay.
I think it's just fine where it is.
Okay. You think it's fine?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well, what I'll have to do then, I'll just I'll advise the owner if he wants to call a tow truck for him, he can do so. He's a property owner.
What if we prove to you that we are far enough distance?
Prove it. I don't.
Well, we don't have to prove. That's why they have state laws.
I read two of them off to
So
you.
that a road cop doesn't come in and start making them up as he goes along.
I didn't road copy. I told you can move down there as far as you want.
Thank you.
Those
No, I'll
video
bet.
cameras,
I bet you'd like me to move it as far as.
those video cameras can reach as far as they want. But just like I told you in the beginning, I'm not trying to make it a hard time for you.
Oh, I think you are. I
I'm
think
not.
you are, and I think the Varn family here has a lot of pull. I don't think their shoot's going too well. I think there's more guys here at the gate than there are inside. They're unhappy. Geez, look,
No, I'm not going to get into it with you.
And we're still trying to be as respectful as we can. But this is getting ridiculous. It really
I
is.
read off two statutes,
Yeah,
2510 and 2530.
2510 and 2530.
You look them up, and you can get your attorney to, he can interpret it how he wants.
We did look it up, Lieutenant Polk, and that's how we know that you are a liar. Shark's attorney sent the Colleton County Sheriff's Department a letter warning against violating our rights. The Sheriff's Department did not respond and did not call our attorney in spite of a phone number being included for convenience. That tells me that Colleton County Sheriff George A. Malone is in on the scam, the lies, the intimidation, the whole shameful affair. This was nothing more than police harassment and intimidation to accommodate people who don't want their animal abuse documented or their identities exposed. That's not supposed to be what the police are there for. Whether he's claiming there is a law requiring us to give him our identification or that we are improperly parked, Lieutenant Polk is wrong, and he knew it, because in the end, he and his underling left without doing anything. This isn't the only nonsense that occurred with the Colleton County Sheriff's Department. More videos are on the way. This is Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.